RPG 그대로의 RPG 불멸의 전사 2.
Bringing in new plays all the time. EsportsTV helping the economy over here in Korea.
Yeah.
Steve jjakji has only played 1 game this season, whereas GuMiho has played 10.
Yeah, and as you said before, GuMiho is pretty much MVP's new ace. And him and Ryung have kind of led the resurgence of MVP in round 2. You got to remember, last round they didn't make it to the playoffs at all. So it's good to see MVP in a good position to make the playoffs this round.
Yeah. You can see jjakji is 9-4 against GuMiho. I feel like a lot of those games were played not in this year. You can see that 2 people still go for jjakji, both Chaser and Kanata voting for jjakji here. The rest of us going for GuMiho. Let's see how it's going to go down in a TVT on Overgrowth for game number 2. Up here in the top right, the Red Terran with a proxy on the way is jjakji.
Spawning here at the bottom left, not proxying for MVP, it is GuMiho.
Yes.
And as we follow the story of this glorified SCV of jjakji, or this might be double BBS. Oh, there's no BBS in Starcraft 2. What am I talking about?
Yeah, got removed a while ago. It's okay. Still going to be a very aggressive build here. My production tab was down. Supply depot going to finish up. It's going to be just a 2 racks proxy. Is starting the gas, so looks like could be Marauders, could also be some Reapers.
Yeah, we'll have to see where this second barracks is placed. Okay, it's going to be above the first barracks, but this is definitely a all-in build here from jjakji. And if GuMiho does not sniff it out, then it's going to be bad news bears for GuMiho.
Yeah, and look at the build that GuMiho's going for. He's just going 1 racks double gas, so could be very greedy here on the tech, and he has not scouted anything so far. He hasn't even moved an SCV out of his base.
And you have to remember that GuMiho did play Maru on Orbital Shipyard, and what Maru did was pretty much the same thing that jjakji's doing right now. So obviously a lot of film study done by KT and jjakji, and they probably realized that GuMiho has a lot of scouting deficiencies to him, especially on Overgrowth. And knowing that, proxy is a strong strategy from jjakji here.
Yep, gonna be double Reaper. Gonna keep the SCVs, in fact. Doesn't want to tip GuMiho off at all.
Yeah.
Gonna keep them around. Could even fight with them with the Reapers once the Reapers do come out here. And GuMiho making a fast factory. He's only made 1 Marine that is now outside of the base and could be sniped by the Reapers. And he's gonna follow that up with a Reaper of his own. Yeah,
I can't wait to see the reaction of GuMiho when he sees that the proxy Reapers are gonna come up to his base, but looks like he's gonna wait for... Okay, he's gonna move in now.
He needs that 1 Marine. As funny as that sounds, he's got nothing at home. The Reaper's not even out here. Hellion is on the way. The Reaper's gonna come out and die right away.
Oh, this is... Oh, look at GuMiho. He's just like, no, I can't believe this is happening again. Even a bunker's being placed here from jjakji.
I like that a lot. Oh. Another Reaper does come down here. Grenades being thrown out. The Hellion does get out and should help a lot against these Reapers.
It actually gets the bunker cancelled. And he cancels the starboard. Very wise move here from GuMiho. It isn't over for GuMiho here. He just needs to keep that Hellion alive and try and get as many units out from those barracks from that factory as possible.
And you know what? I think he's going to hold this off. Reaper coming out. He's got a Marine out as well. A second Hellion comes out, and this is definitely shut down.
Yeah. I think GuMiho's defended this. I mean, okay, we got to compare jjakji to Maru. Maru has godlike micro with his Reapers. jjakji, he didn't snipe the Hellion with his Reapers. He didn't wait for the 4 Reapers. And
oh boy.
Yeah.
Now all these Reapers going down here. One of the Hellions does die. And in fact, jjakji does snipe another one of the Hellions there of GuMiho.
There's nothing for jjakji to defend at the main base here.
Yeah.
He's probably going to try and get a wall up, but it's probably not going to be enough.
He's going to have to spend everything he has to try to get this temporary wall up Smartly done here by GuMiho is just going to try to snipe the SCV. Another Reaper does come in the main, and a lot of weak SCVs could go down here.
Yeah, we'll look at the worker count. It is 18 SCVs to 12 of GuMiho, so even though GuMiho is ahead in tech.
Oh, look at this. There's 2 Reapers now. Oh, that one Reaper getting surrounded there for just a second.
Actually, the Reaper doesn't get away.
Yeah, they both died.
Oh, but the
and now
Hellions actually get in.
they get in, and that just may be it. Gonna try to fight here with all the SCVs, but 2 Hellions and 1 Reaper as well as a Marine should be able to clean all this up.
Oh man, this game is so hectic right now. jjakji with that temporary wall of getting killed, and all GuMiho has to do is just camp this factory, take out the Hellion, and that's it.
That's what he's going to do. Waits for the Hellion to pop out, immediately targets it down, won't even lose his own Hellion.
Yeah, and now GuMiho is going to clean up the rest of these SVs. And I'm not really sure what jjakji's doing with those units at the barracks. Is he going to go for a counterattack here?
He's just going for the attack, but back at home, more units pumping out here for GuMiho. Even just the 1 Reaper, he can pull more SCVs. He's totally decimated the economy of jjakji by this point.
Yeah, jjakji only has 1 SCV compared to the 16 of GuMiho, and
double kill there by the Hellion, and that should be the end of it as this Reaper does come down. GG.
That was a crazy game. I actually thought that GuMiho would lose that, but
yeah, that was a beautiful hold by GuMiho.
Yeah, that was also some sloppy control from jjakji. I didn't think that his Reaper control was maximized to the best effect. He didn't snipe that first Hellion. I think that first Hellion from GuMiho, when that came out, it did so much damage to those Reapers, and it just built upon that. It was exponential.
And just the response by GuMiho too was he took that so heavily. He knew exactly what the build was, and he's like, okay, how can I win from here? I just need to survive, right? So he pulls every single SCV. He splits them up even. He keeps half of them with the 1 Hellion, and half of them focus the bunker down. Because if the bunker gets up, it's going to be a much harder game from there for GuMiho, especially with only Hellions really on the map. So he responded really, really quickly, very cleanly as well. Didn't take all that much damage, still at 12 SCVs by the end of it. And that's why MVP trusts GuMiho a lot these days. He's fantastic in macro games, but he can also get down and dirty with the best of them.
Yeah, so we see here it is 1-1. Tied up all here, KT versus MVP. And next match will be Zest versus Ryong, PVT. I think we're going to be seeing what we saw yesterday.
Yeah, and this is going to be interesting, you know, because Zest, he just wins a championship. Do you think he goes home and practices for his game in Pro League? Or do you think he, after winning $40,000, he goes out and parties and hangs out with his team and stuff? I'm
pretty sure they had a Wershik last night because honestly, Zest build orders before coming to that finals, he only had like 2 build orders. I'm pretty sure Artosis wrote an article about this online on ESPN. You can go find that. But I think we're going to go to a 3-minute break, guys. We'll be talking about this more after the break.